Okay, now we are back with sound, and we have the winner of the first TCG Invitational Mindbug tournament. Congratulations to Educated Collins.
Thanks so much. Once again, thank you for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity. And to play and learn this game, I really had a lot of fun times. It was fun to play and also just fun learning, like the learning process as well.
So, I mean, we invited you just a few days ago. So, how did you manage to become so good at the game in such a short time?
3 days,
Well,
man. I mean, it's crazy.
It's kind of a long story that I like learning games and I like playing games, and I've played in tournaments where I had to learn very quickly. Recently, the first one was like Storybook Brawl, where I had like a week to learn the tournament. I played it and I did very poorly, right? I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? So the next time the opportunity came up, I decided to get some help. So I had someone who actually played that game, like kind of teach me, but even that wasn't very good because the problem there is like they kind of assume you know stuff. Like, hey, can you help me? Like they don't assume you're clueless. They're like, oh, you should know you should do this. You should know you should do this. So it's actually not that quick to learn, and it's also with another person. You can't like nonstop. I pretty much spent my free time learning the game. I've actually watched every single VOD of the first contact in your YouTube channel. Like I went through all the like 7-hour VOD, the 4-hour VOD, 3-hour VOD. Even
That's amazing.
When the champions finished, that VOD, like that whole VOD, I was kind of sad because like I don't have more games to review. When I went to the live and I was like, oh, there's even more games there. I was like, so like, yes, it's very good. So I really spent a lot of time like learning and trying to figure out like what's good.
We do have a lot of footage. I mean, because we started online tournaments on YouTube last year. Yeah, 1 year ago probably. So small community tournaments like 30 persons, and then a little bit more. There was a World Championship last December, and now we do a monthly tournament every month. Basically, I think there is a lot to learn from. I kind of envy you to like having watched everything, because this is something I want to do, and I didn't find the time to do it. But yeah, I'm sure there is a lot to learn.
Kind of my process is I will pause every turn essentially and like think, well, what am I going to do? And then see like, are they doing what they're doing? And especially at the beginning, I'm clueless, right? So whatever you're saying, I just agree with like, oh yeah, you just trust the experts, right? Like what they're saying, like this makes sense, this makes sense, this makes sense. When I know I've really learned is when I start to disagree or have my own opinion. Because only when, I would rather do this because of this line is when you really know you have learned something, right? When you can argue your point at least to yourself. So I was doing that consistently through the whole VOD and getting to some points. There were still some points where I was like, I don't know what to do. They have like 7 cards on both boards. Hopefully I don't get into that situation, right? So simplifying the board is pretty good in that scenario. And it was a little bit weird because there were no games of first contact by itself. It was always with the new servants. So I had to kind of keep that in mind. Like, there's no hamster line. Like, I know a lot about hamster line, but I've never played a single card about it because I've watched all the VODs. I know about Berserker. I know all of this, but it's useless to me.
Oh man! I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we could have included the new servants add-on pack for this tournament, and we decided that we thought that okay, let's make it simple. Like only 32, actually 31 with a Giraffodile creatures to know. But now that you are telling how you learned how to play the game well, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if the tournaments we made like last year, like August, September, was that with new servants?
Maybe I couldn't find a single one without it, so probably
it was not.
Probably it was.
You know.
I do think like it was good to simplify. I can't imagine like learning even more because I did a lot of practice with the AI as well. Like I played that constantly. I'm like level 50 on that, so just game. A lot of intricacies, like they will lose to like some cards like so weirdly. Snail Hydra, like I have won a game where this like killed 8 cards. Like they just play a card, I kill, like they have one card, I have a Snail Hydra, they play something, I kill it. They play something, I kill it. I'm like, okay.
He's not that good to it.
Over and over. Yeti is the same thing. That's probably my favorite card. I know that's probably not super. Oh, you were okay.
It's also my favorite.
The Lonely Yeti is my favorite card. I didn't get to play it a single time in this whole tournament. I was like, oh my god, you stealing it? Like if they play it for me, I steal it and I just like attack, and get like. There's not that many answers. At least with the first contact. Once you add Berserker in, then it loses a lot of shine. But in this, like, it's the best card. Like, there's nothing really contesting it. So I really liked that card in there. But there are a lot of little things. AI is so sneaky focus. Oh my God, they will always try to kill you with sneaky every time. If you mess up, if you don't have the right health, you're dead. Like that's killed me so many times in the AI. They just like they have one extra point more than I need, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna make sure they are not dealing damage to me randomly. So the AI kind of taught me like some of my weaknesses, like in terms of like what do I do weird, what do I lose to? I've forgotten Death Speaker or one that prevents play effects, Death Swarmer.
Death Weaver.
Yeah. I've died to that accidentally, like very easily. And when I play it, it's useless. When the opponent plays it, it's God tier. So I'm just like, I'm not playing it. This card is just dead in my hand. There's so many like little things. It's like there are a couple cards like the defeat effect as well. They can be good, like the barrel. Like I pretty much took every barrel they gave me, but I never triggered it because when I have it, it's useless. They have it, they get 2 cards every time because you have to kind of like trade inefficiently. And a lot of times, like I'm not stealing people's healing, so they have like 5 health. I'll try to attack and they would just block 4 turns and set up 4 turns in a row, and then their board is like too strong. So I just like I've lost to that a couple of times. AI like does that every time to me. Like I'm not gonna do that. So there's a lot of like AI helped, VODs helped, and just like grind the game, learning and then making sure that I was paying attention, so that really helped, and I'm glad. Like, and also not being cocky. I've lost all these tournaments before, so you go and respect all your opponents. That first loss, I don't know, I was kind of in a bad spot. I wasn't respecting the Mindbug. How I kind of look at it is all your cards, your opponent. They are letting you choose which ones to let you play. Even though you have the card, you shouldn't look at it like, oh, I'm gonna get to play my Killer Bee this game. Like, no. They get to choose if you get to play the Killer Bee, because at the end of the day, they have the final say. Like you have the card, but with the Mindbugs, they always at the end of the day say, like, let's say there was a card that says I win the game. If you have in your hand, you can never play it.
That's very good. We have actually discussed that this Mindbug might be one of the only games in the world that could actually print this card, and it wouldn't completely destroy the game. I mean, it would still be a bad card, but it would actually not be completely insane.
It's called Giraffadol or something.
Yeah.
That card. I mean, the AI testing, they have it, right? So I've used my Mindbugs. They play at turn 7 or like whatever, game's over, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't do anything. There was this one game where they played it. They drew 8 cards, and I still won because Snake Hydra is OP or something, something like that. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe it. We still did it. They got to play like 20 or 18 cards, and I still got through it. I felt like giving up as soon as they played it with no Mindbugs. So I was like, oh, it's over for me, but I'll just play it out. It worked out. So those are kind of cool. I was like really proud of that game.
I am incredibly impressed how much insight of the game you have generated in such a short amount of time. That's really, I think for newer players, if they listen to the last 3 minutes of what you just explained, I think that will help them so much to become a better player already. One can see that you have put a lot of time into learning games in the past and being able to express how to play those games quite well. I'm really impressed.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. And to put it into perspective, I mean, Collins, you were the last player to be added to the lineup. You had this, I mean, that's still a downside compared to the other players who, in theory, had a few days or sometimes a few weeks more time to practice than you did. So I think I contacted you 3 days ago or something, or 4 days ago.
Yeah, the 23rd, but I got access to the game client 24th, right? So
I mean, this is crazy. That's 3 days. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So kudos to you, because the story it tells is amazing. You just went all in the preparation for tonight's tournament, and it got rewarded for it. So it's awesome. How many games did you play against AI? Do you know? Was it like 50, 100?
200 or something like that.
200 games.
Yeah, because like you don't gain a rank for winning. Like it's not like that, So I would play like 6 games, and then like I wouldn't climb, or I'd get like 1 point. I'm like, geez, you really have to play a lot. And I went up to like 46 or so, I would say, before I stopped. Near the end, like 1 point was like 4 or 5 games. I wasn't winning everyone, right? The AI still beats me probably now, right? So for sure it beats me. So I played quite a lot of games, like just all my free time essentially.
So basically, just for the benefit of our viewers here, they might not know that the AI gets increasingly harder to beat the more you win. That's basically different AIs actually.
I actually did not really feel that at
Oh,
all.
really?
It felt the same the whole time. I didn't really feel like it got better. I also saw it like make some mistakes. It would like kill its own units, and maybe I got better. There were always scenarios where I would say it messed up. I would be like, "Oh, you messed up here, AI." Like in some games, like where I'm like, "This is just wrong." Like I would never do this.
At some point, you should play the max level AI, and you will see.
I wanted to. I want to see 100 versions and see how hard it is. Like
we can activate it for you, and you will see how hard it is.
Now, is it cheating?
No,
does it know my hand?
No cheating.
It's not okay. Then I'm fine with it. Then I'm fine with it. If it knows my hand, then I don't know if I can win. No. Okay.
No. Okay, so we will make a special setting. So especially for we will call it the Educated Collings setting or something, so that you can play against the maximum level AI, which is like almost impossible to beat. At least for me, it's very interesting what you say, that you did not really notice that the AI was increasingly harder to beat. I think you were making progress faster than the AI. That's what it tells me basically.
I think the way I play, I keep sending traps until you mess up, right? It doesn't really matter what you do. You're going to hit something where you did something wrong, and then I punish, or I get punished. Usually for me, it's like I didn't respect the sneaky. That's like how I would die to AI. Like, they love tiger scroll. Like, I will just play a tiger scroll. They're like, that's mine for today. Like, okay, and then I'll attack you with it 3 times, and I'm like, I just lost to that. Like, empty tiger scroll, and they beat me with that. Like, that's happened. I just like, will I lose to a tiger scroll? No, okay, I'll play the card. Will I lose to this? Like, so essentially it's like, and I just keep playing until like, it's like a domino of like, if you do this, then I win. If you do this, so essentially either you run out of cards and you're still in the domino where if you mess up, I win, or like you found a break point, somewhere where I didn't do something well, or the cards are bad. But I really haven't found the cards being bad a loss condition, because I always review the games after I lose. And almost every time I could find a different line that increases my odds, right? So I don't know like how the AI would go afterwards, but I could always find, I could have done something different that would have changed the game. So in my favor.
Very, very, very great advice to go back to games, look where you kind of lost and what you could have done differently. Yes, if you want to become better, you have to. But I think not many people are doing it.
Yeah, when you're losing a game of Mindbug, it is usually because you made a mistake, and often you can backtrack it. You can know what the wrong Mindbug decision, something that you did at the wrong time or something. This is cool that you recognize that. Yeah.
Well, I guess another thing, play your opponent. Like, what does your opponent want to do? What is their win condition, right? Like, I guess it's something people would naturally do. But I'm always thinking, like, what do they want to do to me? Like, how do they want me to play? What would be good for them if I do this, right? So I have a card that's good, and I think about playing it. And I'm like, if I play this, are they happy? Like, do they like this? Will they steal it? How good is their steal, right? Like, so there are some good lines I just won't do because I know if I steal it, now it's a lot harder game for me. Like, even though, like, I play... Like I've lost to like a goblin werewolf on 1. That's it. That's all it took for me. Like, I reviewed the game. I'm like, I played this on 1 and I lost because I had no answer. And now they have a hunter in the game. I have hunters in my hand, and they're all useless now. I can't do anything. So those kind of things I'm always making sure to at least review.
So you have played a lot of different games in the past. You already told that. So how would you describe Mindbug in that journey of yourself? If you compare it to other games, how did you like it? Process of learning it and playing it, and is it a game that you would basically recommend to others?
Definitely would recommend, which is good. I definitely wouldn't have tried it if I didn't like the game. Right? Like, even if the game was boring, I'd just be out of here, right? But I basically spent all my free time, so you could say maybe I was a little addicted because it was so good. I struggle to imagine learning the other sets. How long will that take? And I heard there's like 2v2. My regular game, I'm playing 2v2 with another streamer friend of mine. That's like 2v2. I love that. So there's definitely, it seems like there's a lot of pool here. And
I need to interrupt you here because I don't know if you watched our stream from the very beginning, but actually, there is a giveaway contest at the moment, and the winner is going to play with Richard Garfield in a 2v2 match. We said in the beginning of the stream that we also would ask the winner of the tournament if he wants to participate in that match. So if you are up to it, we would like to invite you to play against the winner of the contest and Richard Garfield with someone of us in a 2v2 match.
Sure. what's the time?
Well, we don't have a time yet, but we need to discuss it afterwards.
Right.
But you don't have to say yes or no now. But since you seem to be into 2v2 games, really liking this one.
Yeah, check me. We do have to make sure the schedules are aligned because I'm technically on EU time. I actually sleep like 2 hours ago because I wake up at midnight for me to play with my friend, because he's in Belgium, so I have the same schedule as him kind of, but he sleeps weird too.
Shady, right?
Yeah, Shady Bunny.
Yeah. So I figured that you are living on European time because I watched your stream. Was it like the day I contacted you for days ago or something? Yeah. I was thinking, well, when is this guy going to bed? I know he lives in America, and this was clearly night, So I figured that your buddy was maybe in Europe. Yeah. This offer from Marvin, this will probably just be one game on your schedule. We'll have to check with Richard's schedule, right? Right. But yeah, that would be cool. So
it's probably fine. I won the tournament. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
So it was super great to have you in the tournament and to do the interview with you. And we really hope to see you in the future of Mindbug, because we have a lot of people in the chat actually already calling you the GOAT of Mindbug and asking if they want to see a live stream of you playing against the level 100 AI. And so I hope we see more from you in the future here in this game.
Right. Yeah, I'll definitely, there's a lot going on for sure. But if you just keep me informed, I guess I'm pretty easy to contact, I think. So.
Well, then thanks a lot for everything. Enjoy the rest after this days and hours of learning Mindbug.
Thank you. Yeah. I got a little sidetracked. I had some work to do, and I barely did it. I did do it, but I was playing my right before I had to finish. It's maybe too much. Yeah.
You did great.
Okay, then.
Thank you, Collins.
Thanks and goodbye.
See ya. Take care.
Take care, man. See you.
Bye-bye.
If you enjoyed this video, consider liking it and subscribing to The Rules Girl for more rules videos.